All right, whatever I caught you doing, stop doing it right now. Everybody, stop. Whatever you put it down, put it down. Whatever you're doing, knock it off. I've been drinking for a long time and I don't got time for the likes of you. Wait, or the other introduction was, when I say that I have friends in low places, I mean here. Oh, where to begin? Where to begin? Where to begin? I literally cannot go back up and say hello to every single person that's in here. When I say hello, extras, you know who I'm talking about. Now, there's a few that aren't green on my screen. Let me say Tim and Indy, Brian Ivany, we'll go there. Tim, Brian Ivany. Okay, so we got 9 people in here. That's 8 more than last night. Dirty Knobs, Popeye, Francisco Alske, Johnson, Mr. Johnson. I'm fucking that up, man, and I don't mean to, but I'm all messed. Bradley Wellington III, if you please, is here. Good evening, General. Bradley and to all the other ones who address me as General, you can fall in the ranks. They're filling up fast. Dennis Fox says boats and hoes. Yeah, I wrote a big paragraph in here before I started. From the movie Step Brothers. If you've seen the movie Step Brothers, they do a song of the boats and hoes like that. I'm not calling anybody a hoe. I'm not calling anybody a boat. Okay? It's just a comedy thing from a movie, and it's funny. And so I put my face and Gen X Mom's up there. She thought it was funny. I think it's funny. If it really offends you, you can move on because I'm not changing it. It's just comedy. It's just funny. Okay? I know it's a Gen X thing. You just got to grow up. You got to have some comedy respect here and move along. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not even saying that much. Travis Holtermeyer. Hello. Gentlemen, did the package arrive yet? Yes, it did. And I got it. I figured out how it works. I got your note, got your instructions, and you can hand it to me if you want. I'll show them. Stand by, citizen. Since you're here, want to make sure you're here before I unleash this to the masses. This is from Travis, our buddy. He's made all kinds of cool stuff. This is actually something cool. Yeah, it does that, and it does that. It looks better in the dark. But he made this thing like it's thick, it's crafted, it's plexiglass, it's got lights, it's got batteries, it's got knobs and buttons, it's got everything a growing boy would want to have in their life. And this is it. This is from Travis. This is going to be part of our permanent fixture once I figure out what our permanent fixture is going to be. In fact, most of the decorations are coming from Travis because the dude is a woodworking fool and he's very talented. So there you go. Thank you, Miss Carol Merrill, Gen X Mom. What else did I miss here? Brandon Morris, can you please take the tag off your shirt? What tag? There's a tag on my shirt? No. There's not, is there? Is there a tag on my shirt? No. Because clearly I am that stupid. I would sit down and not know that there's 2 tags on my shirt. If I take one off, what do I do with the other one? Brandon, what do I do? What Brandon thinks I just raced and got dressed so fast I wasn't paying attention. That's where my pants come in. I run and get my pants on real quick. I got that part. All right, so who am I missing here? Tony loves the flag. Thanks, my man. Appreciate that. Christopher says, that's what she said. It looks better in the dark. Yeah, well, I get that a lot. Okay. So yeah, Travis, I'm telling you, his shit is really cool. And when I set it all up with the other sign he made and his wampum stick and stuff, it's going to be great. I'm telling you. Jeffrey Lawson, good evening, General. Jeffrey, thank you for acknowledging me. Joining the ranks. Ashley Beth, she's here too. Yeah, see, Ashley is the mini pearl tag, just not on the hat. She's got it. She goes in the right direction. Joe Haney looks better in the dark. That's what she said. I got that, Joe. We're good. Take it off for $100. Matthew talks a lot of shit. Take what off for $100? I mean, take the tag off for $100. But you guys want me to run around shirtless? That would also look better in the dark. Okay. Yeah, we're still working into the big shows, Travis. We'll get there. Dilly the guy, General, call me a boat hoe. Dilly, I just said I wasn't going to call anybody that. I just said I did the boats and hoes things because I wasn't going to call anybody a boat or a hoe. Dilly, are you not listening to what I'm saying? You goddamn boat hoe. I said I wasn't going to do it. Oh, Robert says, you crack me and my husband up. Robert Condre. Thanks, man. As long as you're laughing with me and not at me, we're good to go. All right, Ryan Patrick's jumping in. Ryan Patrick is a frequent offender. Yeah, he's almost going to get a tag on that because he shows up a lot lately. What does the sign out of business brothel say? Beat it, we're closed. Oh, I like that one. That was good. Eric Leroy, let's get the shots flowing. Listen. I already drank a bunch. Okay, I'm lucky. I'm not stumbling around slurring my words right now. I'm gonna try to temper it back a little bit. I got a show to do, and I got to drive tomorrow. So you guys, you do. Yeah, did you understand what that means? That means back the fuck off in Gen X. Do. All right, don't make me do that again. Barry Dano got the tat bottom of the glass and shirt today. Oh, okay, got you. Thank you, and thanks Gen X Mom for her hard work in getting stuff out. Stand by. Hold on. Hello? What's up? Do you need me to handle this or can Okay, listen, call mom's phone. I'm in the middle of a show. I got all my friends over. We were just about to start drinking. Okay? Call your mother. Oh, that is my millennial, one of my Gen Z kid. Is the sister who still lives here, is she Gen Z or is she millennial?
She's on like the border. You know, I'd say millennial though.
I think she's a millennial daughter. She locked her keys in her car. She's done this before. Seriously, it's not the first time. I am not stopping the program to go all the way across town with my breakout kit just so I can lecture her on not leaving your goddamn car or having a spare key in your purse. Christopher Hansen, wear the tag so you can return it. I'm actually wearing this because Gen Z Mom, it's a long story on these shirts. She found a really good deal on these shirts. She said, if I wear it and I like it, then she'll buy more. There's actually one of you that is waiting for a shirt this size, but they're so expensive. I mean, when you buy a shirt this big, you might as well just, for the same price, go to the auto parts store and buy a car cover. That's how much that's fucking expensive. So I'm wearing this and she goes, don't take the tag off. So here I am. I may not be the brightest man in this marriage, but I am obedient. Yes. Okay, Sue. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Hey, you're live out here talking to yourself.
No, I'm not talking to myself. Everybody, Gen Z kid.
And off screen.
And he's
I'm back. And I'm off screen. Guys, wait. My off screen to the left or the right? You know some people are
left and right, left and right. All right, so boom. He's out. Go smoke a toad, prove it, so am I. What did Go Smoke a Toad say that you want proof of? Now I've got to go back and see what she said. What did she say? And I can't find what she said, so I think you're full of shit. Okay, so let's get right to the issues. I don't want to be here for 17 hours before we get to my shit. All we do is talk about your shit all the time. So let's see. I don't even know what that is. April 29th, coming up in a few days. We are at the Red Rock at 6 p.m. in the Lucille's Bar and Grill. If you're in the Red Rock, Las Vegas area, please please stop by and say hello. Another one we got up here. We just we talked about the ranks. We're doing that. The shot glasses. I'm not giving you another link for that. Spotify. You guys know where it is. Don't buy the shirt. Be a good human T-shirt. The Be a Good Human T-shirt, or I'll beat the shit out of you, is available. Okay, so two of you, I want to just mention, I won't give the full names on here, just real quick. Two of you, Michael D and Mark S, dropped a couple bucks for the Kid for Prom through Venmo because YouTube does take their cut of it like there, and they wanted to go directly for the kid, and that was very nice of them. Venmo is at Gen X Talks. Gen X Talks is the same one for PayPal, Venmo, and some Cash App. Anyway, thank you to you guys for going directly with that. It means a lot to the kid, and even if it's $1, $2, $5, $20, every bit is helping. And now he's really seeing how much all this cost. Also, he's stuck because he went to buy his prom tickets, and they said you have a book fine from 2 years ago, and if you don't return the book, then you can't buy your ticket. So he came home scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. Now he's begging me, please pay the fine so I can. We'll see how that goes. He's going to go, but I'm making him sweat it out. That was number 7. Number 8. Oh, I'm supposed to say to those of you who have sent me boob pictures and smiles, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I'm a big fan, so I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. And okay, so I'm going to skip number 9 and I'm going to go to the woodshed. We have a brand new person going to the woodshed, and I don't know if she's a harem girl or not, but she's a girl, and we have a problem here. And let me describe to you how we got to this problem. What did I miss up here? Cry Wolf did $10. Thank you. Or Crow Wolf. I said cry. It was Crow. See, drinking. Crow Wolf, $9.99. That's good there. Hold on 1 second. This is kind of important. I got to put you guys on pause for 1 second here. I got to call Gen X Mom real quick. Hold on. We'll get right to it. This is the program. I got to do it right now. It's important. Come on. Hello. No, because she's going to get my daughter. Hey, take my truck. Good. Bye. Okay. So that's it. Anyway. So let me talk about Nightbot. Raising a glass to you, General. Nightbot, thank you very much. Right now, I'm kind of toning down the whiskey. I'm just using the training wheels. I'm going backwards, but I have to, and it's kind of important. Oh, that tastes so good sometimes. Not as good as McDonald's Coke. Nothing's better than McDonald's Coke and fries. I'm sorry. Nobody makes them like they do, and that's my opinion. Anthony, for the Whiskey Fund. My man, you hit a brother right here, Anthony. Right where it feels good. Okay, so today, the kid was at school, and I'm doing some of my rounds on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm doing the stuff that he wants me to do with liking and getting rid of asshole comments and stuff. So I'm filtering out things. Anyway, and one of you instant messaged me or direct messaged me, whatever it's called, and I identified myself quickly because it's usually the kid or Gen X Mom, and I said, "Hey, the first words out of my mouth, you happen to have Gen X Dad. I'm on here right now." I was very, very, very clear. Danny McDowell, what am I drinking right now? Good old-fashioned American Coca-Cola. Usually it's Jack Daniel's Old No. 7, but tonight, Danny, I've already drank my limit, and I'm backing up a little bit. Now you know. Thank you for that 5. Okay, so let me get down to it here. So I'm on Facebook, and the thing pops up. I know how to respond to that. I'm not totally stupid, and I said it right away. This is Gen X Dad. That's like the first words I said. So this person who is a woman, I'm here, Christopher Hansen, $5. A good day for free speech. Thanks to Elon. Thanks, $5 for the kids' prom. Yes, and we're getting to more on Elon in a minute. So this woman who's on here, and she's very concerned, nice person. We all know who this is. And she says, how's Gen X Mom feeling? And I replied, she's good. She's actually getting her nails done today, and she's relaxing. And the woman says, "Oh, good. She deserves it. I'm so happy for her." And I playfully come back and said, "Well, I don't know if she deserves it. I mean, we're talking about Gen X Mom here. Well, I mean, what does she really do?" I was kind of being sarcastic. You like that. This person snaps back at me and says, like almost screaming, "She's been through a lot, and you shouldn't, and you just let her, just jump me." I'm like, whoa. I said, "Easy. I was lightly trying to," and she said, "Aren't you supposed to be in school?" So I said, "Okay, hold on. Again, please read at the top." I said, this is Gen X Dad. I'm just trying to be playful. I wasn't trying to, I wasn't saying anything off color, just joking around about it. But this girl went to the defense of Gen X Mom and was pissed at me. And so we kind of moved on with that. And she says, "Oh, are you going to put me in the woodshed?" I said, "Well, I might have to. You just chewed my ass out for nothing. You may have to go to the woodshed." And then, as the conversation progressed a little further, and this is where I am admittedly taking things out of context on purpose to get her in trouble. Yes, but she said it. I'm not making up words. I'm just taking that out of context. So, and I wrote it down. She texted me because we're talking about going to Vegas. I said, "Hey, are you going to show up in Las Vegas and meet and greet? We'll say hello." And she said, "No, I can't." She lives far away. But there was something that she said. She goes, "I'm sorry, we can't come. The lights would drop me." I'm assuming that's a visual thing because she's not feeling very well. The lights, if you all want to visit a hotel that not even Spielberg could stay at because it's haunted, like she'd go to a hotel. Now, do you realize first she's yelling at me because she thought I was the kid. And then when she found out it was me, she invited me to a hotel. That's what it sounded like to me. I just read it to you. That's what she said. And who do you think this person is? Anybody have any ideas? Yes. our very own Mrs. Null and Void. First, she's screaming at me because I'm being insensitive to Jennick's mom. Then she invites me to a dark hotel. Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't go. I'm just saying I was offended by the yelling. I don't do yelling very well. So from right this Mrs. Null and Void at this very fucking moment is in the woodshed. Now, who's in the woodshed? Is I know it Lionheart's in there, and I think Joe's still in there. So you be nice to her because Mrs. Null and Void is now. She said it. She said she invited me to the woodshed. She said, if you want to go to a dark hotel, that's what she said. I didn't make up the words. I'm just telling you. So yeah, and I saw her in here a little bit ago. She was in here. I don't know if she's in here right now, but she was in here a little bit ago, and she probably is running for cover right now. Going to tell her husband, who's going to get mad and come beat me up. So yeah, Jade Fisher. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I've never paid the garbanzo bean. Well, you guys are really just these jokes. I don't know what's going on. What is it? Ryan Patrick, White Walrus love a tugboat party. They're always on the lookout for a time. Wow, you guys are just. What is with you guys? What program did you think you signed in here? All right, so anyway, that's it. That's Miss Null and Void. Mrs. Null and Void's talking about Ghost Hunters loves our town. Mrs. Null and Void, did you not hear anything I just said? Mrs. Null and Void has rambled on about you for like 3 minutes straight from our conversation on Facebook. Did you miss all of that? You're in the woodshed. And you did. You chewed my ass out when you thought I was the kid, and then you invited me to a dark hotel room that Steven Spielberg didn't want to go to. I don't know why his name got brought up, but whatever. I don't judge. So there you go. So there's 3 of you in the woodshed right now, and you can just stay there and shut the hell up for a little while. Joe, Haney, Lionheart, and now Mrs. Null. I never thought Mrs. Null and Void would ever be there, but she is. Also, I got a weird email, and I don't even know the dude's name. He's not like I've seen him in here before. Joe Haney says, you let me out yesterday. I've done nothing today. I thought that was the case, but then I thought Lionheart said you were in there with him. Or maybe Lionheart wanted you to be in there. That could be the case. Joe, you're out. Lion, you're in. Lion, you're in for lying on top of all the other shit you do. So sit in the corner, leave Mrs. Void alone, and you guys just sit there. You're bad behavior on both your part. Joe, you're out until you fuck up again, which should be in about 5 minutes. Yeah, there wasn't a morning show today, so everyone is getting their comments in now. Yeah, there wasn't. I didn't do a European show at 10 o'clock like I normally do. I didn't do the Facebook lunchtime with Gen X Dad from 11:30 to 12:30. I'm still way behind on everything. You're goddamn lucky I'm here. The only reason you guys are lucky I'm here. The only reason I came here at 6 o'clock was because I need this. I need this fix from you guys. So they don't think I'm doing it for you. I'm not. Purely selfish motivations. The email. Yeah, I got this weird email, and it was a long email, and it was really uplifting. This guy was talking about what I wrote down what he did. Now listen to me on this. You're going to be talking amongst yourselves and miss everything like you always do. I swear to God, if there was a test at the end of the live stream on what was said, everybody would fail, except Mrs. Forwatton, and that's only because she takes notes. The rest of you would fail. So this guy writes me this long email. It's very nice. It's very uplifting. It's full of praise and accolades and blah, 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 blah. Wonderful, wonderful things. And at the end of it, he goes, hey, I just can't make it out to Las Vegas. Not this time, but the next time you go, let me know. I have a hall pass, and I promise I will catch you the next time you're there. Decipher that for me. I'm waiting. Decipher that for me. The man told me he had a hall pass. KD, $1.99. Minnie Pearl lost her hat. Well, I found her shirt. KD. Decipher that for me. Decipher what that said. That the guy says, I love you guys. You're great. Hey, General, I have a hall pass, and I'll meet you in Vegas the next time you're there. Somebody want to get me across that line? What about Bob says hall pass? You don't know what a hall pass is? You guys, none of you know? None of you know what it and No Go's asking what Joey does for a living, because that's important in here. That's important, yeah. No, nobody knows. God, you guys are just man. There's some stuff in here going on that people just need to leave. That's ridiculous. I don't know whether Allie's getting some of these. I saw one come through there. Bradley Wellington III, if you please. No hall passes here, old pal. I'm telling you, you didn't write the email, but you tell me what this means. That this man writes me an email assuring me everything's on the up and up. He has a hall pass. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that. Christopher says a hall pass means he can be himself. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Put the guy in the shed. I don't. All right, so I don't know what to make of that. I'm not sure what to do about that. But permission to behave badly is a hall pass. Lisa, I know what a hall pass is. Didn't know that some of you do, and this was a little bit concerning that a man got his one and only golden ticket, Willy Wonka free pass, golden ticket hall pass, and he wants to spend it with me in Vegas. Now, I'm not sure what to make of that. I haven't replied to his email yet because I'm not sure how to reply to it. You can't just give the guy the thumbs up because that's giving the guy the green light. No. So I'm not sure where to go. But yeah, that happened. Thought you guys might want to know. Thought I was losing some of my sex appeal, but apparently not, which is a good thing. So what else was there? Some other stuff in there. Scrolling through. There was some like really interesting stuff too. We talked about that. And you can't go. We did that one too. Did I miss something? I know I had something else you guys brought up. Oh yeah, there was a big controversy. Hold on, let me catch up here. Bradley Wellington, we talked about him. Nightbot, welcome to the Legion of X. Nightbot, well done there. Thank you very much. Harley Davidson, yes, he has a free one, but I wouldn't let him buy you drinks. No, I'll have all my drinks from a sealed container. Thank you. I'll just take the lid off and on my own Jack Daniels. I'm not letting him. No, I'm not going to get roofied because I'm telling you. Oh, Mandy's Rain. Did you just give big red lips to me, to Gen X Dad? Was I supposed to let that slide? Did that? Yeah, that was a good one there. Thank you, Mandy. I like that. Oh, all right. So I wanted to tell you now. I'm gonna miss some stuff in here. I don't know how much Allie's helping out. I don't know how much Mrs. Forwatton. Dennis Fox, member for 2 months. Thanks, man. Dennis, for hanging out. That's 60 days. And Dennis has not been in the woodshed. That man been here for 60 days and not been in the woodshed. And that's a miracle. Mrs. Forwatton Hall Pass, his wife is letting him come to Vegas. Yeah. Why does he want to see? Why is he? The Hall Pass was like he wanted to hand it to me like I was supposed to sign it or something. Mrs. Forwatton. All right. So did I scroll back up? Mrs. Barry Dano. Didn't know you were a hall monitor, General. Yeah, I'd rather be the hall monitor, just watch everything go by than have some dude tap me on the shoulder and give me that look, that come hither look. Okay. So let's got into a kind of I don't know if you want to call it a debate, long conversation. It was it culminated. I won't go into that part of it. Let me just give you the ending. About I know the pendulum is swinging. I know the generations are doing different things now. I'm very much involved in liking what some of the things I see. However, I've learned something. You guys may say, "Oh, you took a long time. We figured that out years ago. Come on, move along." It could be the case. I'm a little bit slower than everybody else, just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. But I want to point something out that does bother me. It bothers me from definitely Gen Z, but really all the way up to millennials, because I have heard my older children speak this way nonchalantly, and it bothers the hell out of me. Not only because I taught them one direction and they grew up a different, yes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink type of thing. But follow me on this. Kids don't make promises. They don't follow through on stuff. They don't shake your hand and mean what they say and say what they mean. Now, I know that's a broad statement, so let me cultivate that a little bit. There used to be a time when if you agreed to do something and you shook someone's hand and you gave your word that you would show up, that you'd be there, that you would do it. You gave your word that you would, and even if something better came along, you'd have to pass. You would tell people, I'd love to go with you, but I gave my word. You would tell people, yeah, I really want to go do that, but hey, I made a promise over here and I got to go. And that's how things were. That's what you did. If you told the guy you were going to help him move all day Saturday, and you'd show up there with your pickup truck and help him move from his apartment to wherever, you'd go do it. If someone came along and said, hey, we're all going to the lake and there's women and there's whiskey and there's boats and we're going to go out of the lake and hang out, you would say, I can't go. I told this guy I was going to go help him move. Remember that? That was a real thing. That's how it really happened. That's what people really did. And nowadays, all the way from Gen Z, all the way back up to 30 years old, because I have children in that age range, I've heard them say, oh, why'd you promise something? You were a girlfriend or a wife. Why'd you promise you're going to do that? He says, well, because he needs help doing that. Well, you can just make up a reason why you can't go. You can just tell him something. If you don't want to do it, tell him something came up. And they literally say that every time they make an agreement, they shake a hand, they make a promise, knowing they're probably not going to go do it, and knowing they're if something better comes along, they're going to go do that. They'll make up some excuse. Oh, you had to go. My mom, I didn't feel well. I was sick, and I got flat tired. And they do that with everything, and it goes all the way down to kids these days. And Gen Z's friends do that a lot too. They're all going to meet and go do something, and they all sound like they're really going to go do it. And if they don't feel like it, they just call everybody and say, "Oh, I've got something else. I got it." Their word doesn't mean anything. There is no such phrase as "my word is my bond" with these kids. And it's all the way up to millennials. There's tons of them that just go, well, something came up. And if you call them, say, you know what, I think you're lying. You promised you'd go do that, and now you're saying all this stuff. First of all, they double down on their lie. Well, it does too. You can't prove that I didn't have a flat tire. I had a flat tire, and I wasn't feeling good, and I took the wrong medication, and I was asleep for like 4 hours. And if you finally nail them down to you lied, You promised you'd go do this. You said you'd go do this. And you know what they look at you and say? It's my life. I'll do what I want. They say that. They say, well, I can change my mind if I want to. What's wrong with changing my mind? If I want to change my mind, I will. Yeah. What the fuck is that all about? There's no consequences for them lying. There's nothing that they don't care. They just make up a story afterwards. They don't care about it. It doesn't bother them one way or the other. And there's no sense of responsibility to what you said. None, not even a little bit. They disregard what they say. And then they get mad. I've watched these same people. I've watched this a lot. This isn't an isolated incident. This is their behavior. And then I've watched them get mad when other people don't follow through with what they promised them. They sit there and they badmouth them like a bunch of motherfuckers. Those people, she's so full of shit. I know she was going to the mall today. She went to the movies, and I know she said she was going to, but why are you badmouthing them? You do the same fucking thing. Now, you could say it all stems back to how they were raised, I guess, but you're going to have to group that on that how they were raised or how they were influenced by society. You can't just pin that on the parents, because it may not be the case. In my case, it wasn't. We said something, we did it. I taught my children, boys and girls, young men and women, this is what they know, but they don't do it. They stick to it if it's in their interest. They stick to it if that's what they want to do. Yeah, they'll do it then. And then they proudly, oh, you see, I came because I said I was going to show up, and I did. Yeah, because you kind of wanted to. I've seen you 35 other times get out of it just because you didn't want to go anymore. You don't hoist your ass up off the couch and make yourself put on your boots and make yourself go. No, you make yourself invent a reason, a lie, and a story on why you're not going. That is a major disconnect for me from how the greatest generation, boomers, almost all of Gen X, and now we get down to millennials and Gen Z, and the whole thing is there's a canyon. There is a canyon disconnect over there that I can't even describe. I can't even tell you. And it's evident, and they're not even hiding it. As long as the person they're talking about doesn't find out, doesn't as long as the person that they're lying about doesn't find out, as long as the person they're skipping over doesn't find out and doesn't know, they'll let everybody around them know, oh, I'm just going to make something up. Oh, I'm just going to do something different. Oh, I don't care. Everyone in their circle can know that. As long as the person who they're doing it to doesn't find out, they literally don't care if every other person in the room knows that they're fucking off the whole thing. They're almost proud of it. They almost announce it. Oh, hey, just tell him you can't go. Just tell him it's a deal. Just tell him you can't go. Just make something up. And they say it loud and they say it in front of everybody. It's a fucking mess, and I don't like it. And that stemmed from a debate type conversation and ended up with me ranting and raving and being upset about where it ended up. So I don't know. I haven't read anything in here. When I'm talking here, I can't read there. It's frozen. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to see what I missed, but I'm just looking for your feedback on how you feel about that. All right. So let's see what everybody's been doing while I've been talking, because I ran my mouth for a long time. Smooth Groove blames rap music. Yeah, that's totally what it is. Elizabeth Rojas says, if you can't be counted on, then nobody will believe you. Yep. Wizened Oak, Eric, Wizened Oak is talking to somebody else. All right. What about Bob? They live their truth, all their truth, and therefore their promises are okay for them. Lies are their new truth. Yeah. That's an elaborate way to put it, but he's not wrong. Norman C, Gen X to the core. Am I hitting it there? Right on. Spectre 120 is talking about something else with the hall pass. Overwhelming. I came in mid rant, got off work, and drank many beers. Okay. Ian says making money off you. Not sure what that is. Miss No Ghost talking to Mrs. Fort Watton. They're going out there. Joe Haney just said, huh? All right. So Ashley Beth Crawford, there used to not be any excuses. Yeah. Ashley, that's right. There used to not be. There used to be you did what you said. Now excuses are okay. And as long as you can make someone believe them, they are. And then like I pointed out, they don't care. Even if you catch them, they'll look at you and go, it's my life. I'll do what I want. Yeah. It's an odd thing. And I know that we could say, oh, you just catching on to that now. Well, maybe not catching on to it right now, but maybe I just thought about it long enough in that it bothers me a ton. Maybe that's the whole thing. I don't know. Ashley, I think we're on the same page on that. If you were listening to everything I said, it's kind of a weird gig and it's an unfortunate disconnect, but yeah, that's all. Mrs. Fort Watton gave me some whiskey and salute. Classic rant. Thank you. So Mrs. Fort Watton, you kind of get where I was going with that. Yeah, the thing that bothers me on top of the fact that they're doing it is that it's such a disconnect from one group thinking this is what you do and this is how you operate and this is okay, to the other generation going, how could you fucking even think that way? It doesn't make any sense. So, all right. So now I'm moving back down to 7. Curtis says it's called integrity, and Curtis is correct. What am I missing here? Brandon Mitchell says $5. Turn my whole screen teal there. Words of wisdom. You can pick your friends, and okay. That was good. The first part was good. You guys got to stop with these jokes. I'm not going to keep reading them. Where to go? Hey, what about Bob says no truth, no accountability. Yep, that's exactly it. Laura even says there's no loyalty. That's another good way to put it, Laura. There isn't loyalty, not even to yourself. You know what you're saying to other people, not even being loyal to your own words, your own promises. You skip right over them. Laura's on it with that one too. That's it. SP General, just making sure you received my Cash App donation. Your choice on where the money goes. SP, I don't know. I very rarely even figure out the other stuff when I'm sorry. $20 that came through. Yes, we will. I promise you, it's right now. It's going towards the prom fund. He's been unable to raise money as fast as he thinks he can, and with doing his chores and extra stuff around the neighborhood. And the reason for that is because in classic male tradition, he waited too long. Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. His laziness has no bounds. Bump, bump. All right. So where do we go? And Allie's talking to Zoe. Where do we go from here? Josh Maddox, loyalty. It's so needed. True. That's it. That's like Laura brought up. Loyalties. That's a good that I should have included that in my rant on that because that's exactly right. It's a big thing. I know you guys can skip over it. I get it. I get you just like you got it. You understand it. Thanks for letting us know. You pat me on the back, kick me in the butt, and move on. But stuff like that, because that's such a setback for me when you think the pendulum is swinging, when you think there's a difference in there, when you think something's going that way, and then you see such a disconnect, you're like, oh, well, that's going to set us back 20 years. That's the way I feel about it. What do I know? There's a fucking dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. What? I don't know shit. All right. Nightbot. In my 42 years, I have noticed people seem to be getting less and less passionate about everything in their lives. Yeah, that's I'm not saying that Gen X wasn't part of that instant gratification. We were there, we were there before all the electronics, but then we got microwaves and we could have our lunch in 30 seconds. And that was a big thing. Then we wanted everything in 30 seconds. And I'll tell you another one. And I stole this from somebody. This guy's got a whole video on YouTube about it, but it stuck with me. He says the moment that society began to crumble, and this is, you guys are really going to have to pay attention because you're going to go, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He said the moment video games had a save button, when you could save your progress. Now, what he was saying, when Generation X really tunes into this, when you played a video game, you put in your cartridge and you played 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 and you just kept playing. When you're tired, you couldn't do anymore and you were sick of it. Your eyes, you're going to throw up, but you play because you're trying to get your high score. You're trying to get to the end. And when you finally lost, you finally gave in, you shut it off, and you just had to go write down your progress and try to beat it next time. You started back over at the beginning and you tried, you memorized things, you did things, you pushed all the way to the end. Well, that's the way life is. When you fuck up a project, sometimes you got to start your project over. You know, when you're doing something, you got to show up your next day at work, pick up, and go start your whole thing again. And a lot of things in life, and some things but a lot of things in life, you fuck up and you got to start it back at the beginning. And there's a lot of things we got to do like that. But when the save button came up in video games, when the save button happened, it started teaching all of us that just put it on pause and I'll pick it up in a few days right where I left off whenever I feel like it. I'm going to start over again. I don't got to remember all that other stuff. I'm here. It was a very unique thing this guy did on this video for a long 20-minute video, but he covered it in much more detail than I am. But he's talking about, the save point. All right. So now that I've wasted 5 minutes of everyone's time, let's move on to something more interesting because there's got to be something more interesting. All right. So I told you guys about that. There was I'll tell you one that comes up all the time in videos. And I know I missed something in here, but I scrolled back and I just couldn't find it. I talked Nightbot. I got that one. There was a color. Something popped up in there. There it is. Barry Dano, $5. Always help friends move because there was always free food and booze afterwards. Yeah. Didn't you always get a pizza? I mean, wasn't that like the standard thing where somebody ran out and go through a drive-through real quick? Christopher Hansen, $2. Nailed it. One word. Accountability. My man. Joe Haney, I'm entitled. You owe me. That's the generation. Yeah. Maybe it's Generation E. Joe, is it Generation E for entitled? We could just start calling them that. Oh, you're from Generation E, aren't you? You think everything's yours. Okay. So this is one that we get all the time, and it happens all the time down here. What does the kid say? You ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Talks. All right, we've all heard it so many times we don't give a shit anymore. Got it. It's in our brains. Nightmares keeps you up at night. Every time you look in the mirror, you hear somebody else saying it behind you. You turn around, no one's there. Right? Right? Am I the only one that happens? Okay, then I'm the only one that happens to. But the point is that every single day, there's 30 people either in a forum chat or on a comment for a video or in a live somewhere. You say, no, I don't ever care. You don't represent an entire generation. You're not an entire generation. You don't represent Generation X. You don't speak for all of us, blah, 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 every day. So there's one time when we're getting a little bit of this in person and the guy's doing one of these. And is you don't represent all of us. You not speak for all of us. You don't say. Now, Gen Z kid, his first inclination is what it always is. He steps up and goes, now hold on a second. And he's going to interrupt and cut the guy off. And I stopped and said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, kid, just wait. Let him go. Now, the guy stops. The kid looks at me. Everyone's looking. You got a small group gathering here. I said, now, what we've done here, I told the kid, I said, I know where you're going with this. And you're right. You got him. You already got him. But it's better if we just let him keep running his mouth. See, he's getting louder. Everyone who's listening is really kind of getting all pumped up because he's got a point. He's got a brilliant point. And I know what you're going to say, kid, and I'll let you say it. But with every word he screams at you about you don't represent and you just take down your website, Gen X Talks. You're not Gen X. He's building bricks, stacking them like he's building up this impenetrable wall for his argument. Now, what he doesn't know is you've already laid the trap. He's falling right into it. Let him finish talking, and all those bricks will fall on him, okay? Now, I know what you're going to say. Let him go. So I turned back around, and I said, go ahead, continue. Well, now he doesn't want to because he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know sure if I'm full of shit and I'm just making shit up or if he's really building bricks that are going to fall on him in a minute. So he continues and he's yelling. He says, you don't speak for an entire generation. And we have our own mind and we are a generation of people that we think on and on and on. And he gets done. I go, okay, you done? I tell the kid, do you want to push the bricks over on him or you want me to do it? And so kid says, I'll start. A kid looks at him and says, have you listened to any of my videos ever, even one? Well, I listened to all of them and say, okay, no, all right. What does the intro say? Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Does my intro say, do you ever wonder what all Gen X thinks? No. Does my intro say, do you wonder what every Generation X person thinks? We've got it right here for you. No. My intro intentionally says, ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? One of us. So your entire screaming argument, you're full of shit because no one ever said that we represented all of Gen X. No one ever said we represented everything that everybody was thinking. It's just one tiny corner of the universe. Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? What they think? What anything? One person. So then what's this guy do? The same thing they all do. They all instinctively go to plan B. Well, then you need to change your motto. You need to change your intro to be more clear. Your intro should be, do you ever wonder what this one individual Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Talks. Then the kid always goes, yeah, that doesn't flow really well. We'll just stick with what we got. And we'll hope that you begin to listen a little better. Turn and walk away. I can't tell you how much fun it is to do shit like that. When people come in on their high horse and they want to talk a bunch of shit to you, every grade school kid can decipher what we're saying and what we're doing by the words we use. These idiots can't. So I always have to tell them, say, if you're going to be slick, try being slicker than a 6-year-old next time, please. Extra Stony B, welcome to the Bottom of Glass Nation. Stony, I've known you for a long time, and you joined at the wrong time, my friend. You just got an apartment on the top floor, and the first 5 floors are already on fire. I'm sorry. It's only a matter of time now, but you did it to yourself. So that brings me to sunny point number 2. For any of you that are going to Vegas, everybody raise your hand going to Vegas. Okay, thank you. That's a lot of you. We have gotten mail, and we have gotten comments. People are very much intent on going to Vegas to meet me and be angry. They're going to in person take issue with things that I've said and points that I've tried to make, and they are very intent on trying to have these discussions, and I'm assuming to verbally put me in my place in front of all my friends. So just be aware that if you show up, that I'm probably going to run into 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I have been very encouraging to them in my reply saying, yeah, show up whenever you want. You want to talk about, there's nice ones that talk about opinions and debate. I'm all for it, man. I change my mind all the time on stuff. Just let's talk. But there's a few of them that are just coming with the intention of being an arrogant prick and going to try to embarrass me in front of my friends and family. So just so you know, if you're there, That's almost guaranteed going to happen to some degree. It really is. Just so you know. Ah. And you guys can just, if you want to, and the opinions start coming, if you guys all want to just stand back and clear a circle, I'm fine with that. Extra Stony B, keep up the great work. I had to renew my membership. Wish I could make Vegas. Me too, Stony. I think it would have been a privilege to shake your hand. We talked off and on for so long in here. You know, I selfishly, I wish you were coming for my sake, so I could say hello in person. So yeah, there's some of that. All right, so now we're moving on. Trying to get what everybody's saying in here. Dum, bum, bum. Diver Monkeys talking to Allie. Okay, a little cross talk going in there. Never heard anybody. Data secure. You are the general. Who cares what he thinks? I know. I got you. Tequila says, give him hell, general. We'll see what comes up. We don't know where we're going to be yet. Eric says he wants to scissor kick him in the back of the head. Fish fem. Serious question. I guess Allie got those. Serious question. Have people always been such assholes? Yeah, there's some out there. Tim Stanford, oh shit, I need to go to Vegas. Yeah, Tim, you're a little late, man. Let's go. Bring your 80s shit and come on. So yeah. Daniel Richardson, LO, no one is going there to talk shit at $300 a night. Yeah, they don't have to. You could stay at a less expensive hotel and just drive over and give me shit, and that's it. Could be. I don't know. So that's so you guys know what's going on a little bit there. That's kind of a point counterpoint, as we say in the debate business. All right. So don't where was it now? There was another one in here too, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, that's a racist thing, but you guys don't want to hear me go on that so much. Okay, so now I'm going to take a drink of Coca-Cola, which has been around since the dawn of time. It was in the Bible. It was created on the 6th day, and if you go look it up. But it wasn't served in an aluminum can, of course. Don't be ridiculous. There's little bamboo stuff. But even back then, not even God knew what the secret recipe was. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the program over to you. Let's look. If you have something reasonable that you want to ask, you want to talk about, I am going to sit back and relax. It's been 50 minutes of the program about so far. And now we're going to see what you fine folks have to say. Lots of new names in here. We'll run down the people I do know. The ones I don't know, I will ignore because my mom taught me not to talk to strangers. Henry G says hello from Houston, Texas. Henry, we got a lot of people tuning in from Texas. It's a great place down there. I may have to spend a little time down there. SP just said boobs, nothing else. I know you guys always want the boob stories all the time. You guys don't understand that part of the reason I can't tell you the good boob stories is that Gen Z kid's sitting right over there. He's doing homework or he's watching TV. Now, when he goes upstairs and I've had a bunch of drink, then I can tell the stories I'm not allowed to tell you. But as it happened last night, what happened? Gen X mom comes running down the stairs, and we all had to pretend we were reading Mark chapter 17 in a little church group setting, a little Bible study. Yeah, we had to. We had to lie our asses off because she came top of the stairs. I can see the top of the stairs when she comes down there, she stops right there. And I just kind of sink in here where she can just see the top of my hat. Because I don't want her to know that I know she's there. Burning a hole. Got to be careful about the boob stories. Okay. All right. Dragon Water, hi from Ontario, Canada. Hey, how's it going up there, man? Or Dragon Water, how's it going, eh? In the Great White North. Oh, take off, you hoser. That's 80s terminology. For you young whippersnappers, you have to go Google that. And now you're going to have to Google whippersnappers because you don't know what that means either. Tim Stanford is on my way. Good, Tim. I'll save a seat right next at the bar. You can sit right there. Kevin Grimes says, I feel sorry for anyone that tries to make you look like a fool. It depends on what time of day it is, how much I've had to drink. Kevin, thank you for being so confident in me. I really helped. I thank you very much for that. Data secure. If they don't like it, they can always go look up some more cat videos. Yeah, cats that look like Hitler are just a thing, man. I love seeing those. Bernie Company, I would really love to hear a little advice on how to inspire my 20-year-old daughters to not need to depend on these weak-ass boys. You know, that is so funny that you brought that up. I used to have a thing. I wrestled with something. Now, this is raising daughters. Raising daughters is so much harder than raising sons. And I mean miles of difference. I'm going to need to drink some of this. Okay. With sons, and this is just Gen X dad philosophy 101. Raising sons, pretty much no matter what age they are, if they do something egregious, you take them out back, knock their dick in the dirt, you yell at them, and then when they get up, they dust themselves off, come back in the house, rejoin the family, they learn their lesson, and on they go. What do you do with a girl? You can't take her out back and knock her around. She's a lady. You can scream and get in their face. And I'm so mad that give me your phone and your makeup, and I'm taking the door off your room. Those were my big three when things got really, really out of hand. So just letting you know, it's hard to raise them. But then you get into what you said. Now, this is for Bernie and company. You get into what you said about how do you raise them when they become teenagers to not just weak boys, but be dependent on boys. Well, I had two avenues that I thought were right and wrong at the same time. I would love to buy my daughter a nicer car so she doesn't have to rely on a boy with a car. And what I mean by that is, what if I give my daughter a hoopty and say, you're going to drive this thing because that's what I drove, was a piece of shit. You can go bang it up. So she's puttering around in this 87 Ford Ranger, which one of my daughters, I got her that car and she drove it. She didn't care. But you got a daughter, she's driving around an old piece of shit. And then some slick rich kid comes up in his brand new car that daddy bought for him. And now my daughter looks at him like, wow, he's got a nice car and he's got money. And then now I've put my daughter in a position where she wants that boy because she's driving around this piece of shit. And if she'd like a newer car. So what do you do then? You take the hoop, you ain't say, no, you're not. My daughter's not going to be looking at some boy for that. I'll get her a nice car. In fact, here's a credit card. It'll help you pay for the gas and stuff. If you need it, you use it, and make sure you got nice clothes. I don't want you going to those boys for anything. You come to me and I'll take care of you. And then number one, now you can create a daughter who doesn't want to hang out with her other regular loving friends because, she thinks, well, I've got more money now and I'll hang out with the rich crowd. You don't want that. I also don't want her depending on me for everything. I don't want to give her everything. I want her to struggle and try and achieve and get from a shitty cell phone to a nicer one. I need her to do those things because she has to learn that ladder. I've raised 32 kids. If you think that I'm talking out my ass, you're fucking wrong. This is the thing you try to teach. Some kids, you have to really focus. Some of them get it right away. But I didn't know which way to go. You're asking me, Bernie, you're asking me about your 20-year-old. How do you keep her to depend on? I don't know. Do you give her so much stuff that she doesn't need him for anything? That can't be right. But that's my first go-to move is to try to, oh, you don't need them here. You need to don't depend on them you just take and go. But I know it's not right. I know giving them everything to compete or to stay ahead of or dependence-wise, I know that's wrong too. Bernie, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. About the only thing that I was able to do similar to your situation was make fun of the guys. I would do it in front of the guys and I go, who's this weak punk-ass bitch you're hanging out with? Well, what's his name? And this kid would go, well, my name. I said, shut the fuck up. Nobody's talking to you. Nobody's talking to you. When you're even opening your eyes, you are looking above your pay grade. So shut up. Nobody's fucking talking to you. You shut your cake hole. And you talk to your daughter, make fun of him. This is the best you can do? I mean, this is the best you can do. I mean, look at you. This is it. You can't go get one. What about that guy? Oh, the guy Roger over there. He got he's got a job. He works down at the mill. He's got a good family. You still pick? Oh, they don't like you or something? You have to settle for this? I mean, I raised you to be better than this. I raised you to be better than that. I know this. This guy wants to chime up again and say, you open your mouth one more fucking time, I'm going to backhand you in the next week. Did anybody say, hey, shithead, open your mouth and start talking? No. Then shut up. I'm not saying it would work for you, but embarrassing the kid right in front. Sometimes a kid just wants to leave and never come back and stay away from your daughter. And sometimes it makes your daughter think, If you say, the entire family's laughing at you, you're not in love with this guy, and you're not. And this is the best you can do. Do you realize everyone is laughing behind your back at this shit? Come on. Sweep sweep the slate clean. Come on, get rid of these guys. Get back on track with who you are, because this is, it's funny. Thank you. We need a good laugh, but that's the best you can do. Bernie, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but you touched a nerve with me on raising kids. You can tell how I flowed through this. I've been down this school of thought. I don't have all the right answers. Half the shit I did worked, half of it didn't work. I try to throw away the shit that didn't work, pick up on the stuff that does, just so you know you're in a tough spot. And I wish you come up with an answer, let me know. Email me and tell me you figured it out, man, because I want to know too. What's the matter, says Bob and Doug McKenzie. What's the matter? Got my reference. That's right. Oh, the screen just jumped, you guys. I was trying to go in order here. Hold on. Screen jumped again. Brenda Lake, the greatest gift a parent can give is to help the kids be socially acceptable. Something to trade in their lunchbox doesn't hurt. Yeah, there's some truth to that too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, God, you could talk on that. Brenda, that's a brilliant analogy. Even for far back then, we could talk on that for hours and bore the hell out of everybody. And the only two people in here would be Brenda and Allie, because she's socially bound to moderate, because everyone walk away. But Brenda, thank you for that. That's good input by a lot. Okay, so where we at? Dragon Eagle Joe Haney is exactly right. I have 3 daughters. Did the same thing. You should never need anyone. Yeah, I read Joe's stuff on there. He's got some stuff. Gives them a head start. Yeah, pushes them in the right direction. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have a balance. You don't buy them a brand new car and a house to live in and pay all their bills.
Joe needs a woodshed.
Joe's behaving today.
No, I meant he needs a woodshed for the girl's boyfriend.
Oh, Joe. Gen X mom said, Joe, build a woodshed. Put your daughter's boyfriends in it. Joe could be out there building it, locking them in, going, I'm all too familiar with being on the inside. You boys just going to have to stay in there a little while and shut up. Jennifer Miller says, damn it, what'd I miss? Nothing. I have barely spoken 5 words, Jennifer. You're right on track. Okay. So, Joe Burris, my first car was an 80 Olds Cutlass Supreme, Positrack rear end. Yeah. My first car, my very first car, as you all know, was a brand new Mustang that my dad bought for me because he loved me. Paid it off for me, and I raced around town getting all the girls, because a black Mustang with a dark gray interior is the way to go when you're 16 and you have unlimited resources. So my first car was a brand new Mustang. Yeah. Helena, $4.99. Thank you very much. Saying hello there. I like your little. Your little creature screaming at me. You were nice, but your creature screaming. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, so moving right around. Mrs. Forwatton, you missed my super chat again. All right, Mrs. Forwatton, I'm sorry. Let me scroll up. I didn't mean to miss yours. I'm sorry. I'm going to go scroll and scrolling back. There's no chats. And Mrs. Forwatton, $2. I'll whippersnapper anyone who messes with the Gen X family. Well, Mrs. Forwatton, you will be 3,000 miles away. Now, I can take your approach. I can write down with a pencil and a piece of paper everything that goes on, and I can send it to you. And then you can have all these bad people banging erasers after class. Yes, again, if you're young, go look up what banging erasers mean after class. It's not a sexual term. Banging erasers is not the name of a porn film.
Hey, you can take down their name and address and phone number and send it to her and say we'll get back to it.
Who?
The people that are going to bug you.
Oh, misbehaving people. Gen X mom says to write down their name and their address and their phone number and pass it along. Say, we'll get right back to you. We'll have a representative from the company get back to you, and then give Mrs. Forwatton all their names, address, and phone numbers. Oh my God. Oh, clown, you outed me. Stop lying. It was a Pinto. Yeah, but nobody remembered that. Nobody said, the lie was working. The super cop story was working. Clown. And then you fucking put, yes, that's true. Okay, I'm outed. I had a 1978 red Pinto was my first car. Not exactly the chick magnet you would think. Oh. Oh, Ronald, Banging Erasers. Yes. Coming to a theater near you. Banging Erasers is not a porn flick. It is coming to a woodshed near you. Nightbot. First car was a Datsun 120Y. They ran forever. Good cars need lots of work, build character when your car was break. Yes, it does. It does. And my daughter would tell you stories about her 87 Ford Ranger. It was functional and everything was safe, but man, she complained about everything in it. You know, she had to hold the knob on the stereo to get the radio to play. She had to bang on the dash to get the fan to blow. Matthew Lambert turns the next bottle of Jack Buddy. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew is always going to have a special place in my heart because there was a couple nights when he was just doing a $5 take a shot, $5. I did. We did that a couple nights in a row till I couldn't see straight. Oh, if Matthew was Catholic, he'd be the patron saint of fucking up Gen X dad with alcohol. Oh, that's the way it goes. Mrs. Forwatton, you missed my last super chat. Mrs. Forwatton, you missed my last super chat that said, I still have time to drive to Vegas if I have to. Don't make me stop this car. Oh, I tell you, Mrs. Forwatton, if it wasn't for you, I think the dark side of this live stream would take over and consume me. Thank you very much. Uh-oh, Gen X mom just said that she thinks we need to go to Tennessee. Well, there is whiskey there, I heard. So, yeah. Okay. Where we go? Bum, 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 bum. Rome says, I love El Caminos. They just look cool to me. Yeah. The Rancheros, the El Caminos, except for when they got like into the 80s. You know, that square look with the square headlight thing. Oh, you know what? This is for some people out there, I got to ask this question, and now I'm gonna talk up here, so I'm gonna miss some stuff here. Don't be mad, but listen, because you're gonna find, if you don't know this, it's a real quick thing. You're gonna find it interesting. Okay, someone asked me one time repeatedly till I answered them, what do you think was the most defining change in the automotive industry? Okay, what in my opinion have been around 50 some years. I've seen a lot of changes since I was a kid to now. Now we've basically gone about as far as we're going to go with the internal combustion engine. And they make some improvements, but nothing I would call leaps and bounds. And I'm not talking mechanically. I know the question was asked to me, like, and you guys are all tuning out right now, doing dishes, going to the bathroom, because you think what I'm going to give you for an answer is something mechanical, something with an engine, a transmission, and computers. It's not. They asked me repeatedly, what did I think was the most defining moment in the automotive industry that in shaping production automobiles? And my answer will surprise you. My answer was the headlight. Let me explain. There was a rule, a law for many years. Headlights had to be, this big around. I forget, it was like 6.5 inches across. Headlights had to be, I forget what was like 22 inches from the ground. A cop could stop you and take a measuring tape. Your car could not be lifted. Your car could not be lowered. You had to have, there was an industry range, height range, and there used to be an exact, and they moved it to a range, and all cars had to conform to that. So when you're designing a car, when you're drawing it out, you might as well start with the headlights because they're going to be this big, they're going to be in this location, and then they're going to be this high off the ground. There was a range, a low and a high range. So how far can you go with that? Then it was, I think, in the late 70s, they changed the law, but heavily petitioned, and they made them where they could be rectangles. Remember, a long time, there was all the cars went to rectangle. They looked new. They were different. They finally said, okay, the rule is going to be, the federal rule will be, as long as your headlight projects this much light at this direction, at this angle, and illuminates this many feet in front of the vehicle, do what you want. And as soon as that rule came into place, and that law came into effect, look at how the fronts of cars changed. Look at from the 80s to the 90s, 2000s, everything started changing. You get smaller headlights, different shapes. Now headlights are beams that are just this thin because of technology. When you ask me what was one of the greatest changes, I tell you the rule on headlights. It literally, as the headlight rules changed, cars changed dramatically. They could do more stuff with it. They could go more places with the design, with the features, with how high, how low, the front ends. They could change everything now. Body lines, everything changed. So you want my answer there, even though nobody in here ever asked me that. But since we were talking about a little bit on the cars on that, that was a question I got asked, and that's how I answered it. And as we know from being around me for this length of time, of course my answer is correct. Duh. I mean, if you have another answer, you keep that shit to yourself. I don't want competitions with my answer. I was asked a question, not you. Come on, move along. Anyway, so there you go. Now you know. Now you can. Hey, guess what? Tomorrow, when you go to work and you're in the lunch break room, you're sitting around, and you could bring up this topic and you can repeat what I said, and you are going to sound really, really smart. Yeah, or really stupid. Or you might run into someone who said, "Yeah, we heard Gen X Talk say that last night." Nice. Oh, yeah. You know, I say this stuff with a straight face, and it comes across so convincing, doesn't it? Joe Haney, that's why the Kodiak trucks had headlights mounted in the rear bumper due to the truck being so tall. People had also to relocate them. That is true. Joe is right. There was a bunch of that. What I miss? Bradley Wellington III, if you please. First car was a 71 Datsun 510 two-door. Sorry about that. That's a little bit better than the Pinto, but yeah, Aussie Tip Rat also called me out, liar, Ford Pinto. Can you guys, if I lie, can you guys just back me up on it? I mean, what the fuck kind of wingman are you if you keep fucking with me on that shit? All right. Scrolling to see what I missed. Scrolling back to see what I missed. Matthew Lambert, I need your P.O. box address. Man, I'm gonna fuck that up. Anybody want to help? 4605 Buena Vista Road.
Suite 600-547.
Suite 600-547. I'm really surprised Allie didn't see that and put a link in there for you. Allie is supposed to have all. Oh, she did. Look at that right there. Bing, 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 bing. Wow. The return of Allie, and surprise, doing her job.
Apologize.
To who?
Allie.
I didn't say she wasn't doing. I said I'm surprised.
Where is she? She should be doing this. Apologize.
I'm not going to apologize. I don't have a reason. I didn't do anything wrong. Apologize.
You called her out and thought she wasn't doing her job.
I merely suggested she might not be doing her job, for God's sakes.
You apologize right now.
You guys wonder why I drink. You Gen X mom, contract renewal is days away. You sure you should be acting this way?
Yeah,
You sure you should be?
I have my free agency already. I didn't even wait.
Oh my God. All right. I will apologize to Allie. She's not getting a 3-part apology. No. But the reason I'm going to apologize is because Allie already let me off the hook once today when I fucked up earlier and I accused her of some shit. And then she's like, stop talking, go back and look. And I did. And she was right. I was wrong. And I said, I should apologize for that. She goes, we'll skip that one. She's not going to let this one skip. This one's public. So, Allie, I apologize. Apparently, shockingly enough, you were doing your job. And I stepped on my dick. Sorry. Oh my God. All right. All right. So lots of there's less green, more white. Helena, Gen X mom is always correct. Always. Helena, you are delusional. Just moving on. Kat says, yep. Allie gave the address. You need a shot, sir. I do. Kat, but I can't drink anymore tonight. But you're right, I do. Scarlett. Oh, someone got in trouble. You don't need to point out Scarlett got in trouble. I was here. I saw it. Colton Collins, I'm from Ireland. Love the videos, man. Colton, first of all, thank you. Ireland, it's got to be fucking late. What is it? Like, if it's 7 p.m. here, 7:23 here, and Gen Z kid says you have to add 8 hours. So it's 15 there because 7 and 8 is 15. So it's 7:23 here, 15:23 there. Man, that's late. But Colton, thank you for hanging out. I'm glad you like the videos because I don't like the videos. Ambush videos are stupid. If we could get away from those altogether, we would. What about Bob? She is multitasking, blow drying her hair. She's doing something. That's That's giving her a lot of credit. We'll pretend that you're right. Smack Daddy, little salute for checking in. Robert Condre, classic is always better. They just don't make them like they used to. It's about quantity now, not quality. There's a time we took pride in our product. Yeah, that's you damn straight. That's Robert's just talking common sense. Now that'll trick some of you younger kids, but go look up what common sense is. Tequila, are you sure you don't want a shot? Yeah, no, I do want a shot, but I'm tempering myself. I got a big day tomorrow. I have to lead a wagon train. All right. Joe Burris, I currently drive a 99 Chevy Tahoe, and it has a cigarette lighter. But does it have ashtrays in the door handles, in the door panels, in the armrests? Yeah? Remember when they had those? Remember when cars had curb feelers and ashtrays on your armrest? For you young fellows and ladies and gents, go look it up. Just go on now. Oh, oh, Duke 1523 is 3 in the afternoon. I don't know. I just was adding 7 and 8, man. I could do basic math. Leave me alone. Good grief, he didn't even know about the goat. Philly Joe, who are we talking about? SP General, what do you think of the Chevy Monte Carlos? I was never a big Monte Carlo guy. That just wasn't my thing, and I didn't like the ones that everybody likes in the Monte Carlos are like the late 70s and early 80s, and those things by GM were so smogged down, underpowered V6s. I never got into those. I couldn't do it. Mike Perkins says, evening, General. Mike, thanks for joining us. God, Ali Savazona. Mrs. Fort Watton, go back to Helena and me. Please, sir, go back to. All right. I will look. What am I missing here? Go back to looking for Helena or Mrs. Fort Watton, and we're scrolling. Cabo, good one. Okay, scrolling. Scroll up again. I'm getting frustrated. Helena, only having one mod with 200 people can be rough. Ali is one of the best mods I've seen. I mod for another channel, but there's many of us. I can be relatively lazy. Helena, you can't tell if she's here or not. You can't. The same amount of asshole comments come through and leave. I mean, one time I was on for 3 hours, and when I got done, I texted her and said, "Hey, how was the show?" And she said, "Oh, we did a show. I wasn't there." No one even knows. Don't act like she's doing something. You can't tell if she's here or not. It's just, and half the time, she's just she's drinking beer at her place, watching TV and glancing over at the screen, just so technically she can say she was there. Yeah. Mrs. Fort Watton, do I got to scroll back further, or was that the big one? Was there go back further than that? Oh. When I scroll back further, you guys are just talking to each other, so I don't need to be part of that, do I? Nope. Scrolling to the bottom, Richard Downey's $1. Hey, Richard, $1 going to that prom fund is, believe me, when the kid gets a dollar bill, he's holding on to it like this right now. Oh, Brian Shell, anyone remember grandmas with the beanbag ashtrays on the dashboard? Yeah. They had, what was that? It was a little bean bag with a metal ashtray sewn into it so it would sit upright. Brian, I forgot about that shit. Oh, that's brilliant. We got to look one of those up. Somebody send a picture of one of those to Gen X Mom and the kid, and they'll put it up on the Instagram page for Gen X Talks. Has a bunch of nostalgia stuff like that. That would fit in perfect. Just someone send a really clean picture of that. They'll use that for sure. Cody says, my father had a Hudson Hornet. I had a Hudson Hornet with Wild Bill, and the lug nuts were reverse thread on the right side of the car. Yeah, true story. Brian, Ivany, good night, guys. Work in the morning. Brian, thanks for hanging out. You were here since the beginning. I appreciate the effort you put in. Thank you for being part of things, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Kevin Grimes, these kids are screwed if they sit in a car with a manual transmission. Man, do they had to drive 3 on the tree? Yeah, you know that Gen X Mom has driven a 3 on the tree. Now, for those of you younger, the 3 on the tree, go look it up. You're going to be a while on that one because you have to get a video and you're going to figure out what's going on. You're not going to believe it when you see it. You're going to think it's trick photography, but it's not. It's not. It's a true thing. Mrs. Fort Watton, Helena, and my super chats, General Sir. Okay, going back up. Helena, see me. I was just reading Mrs. Fort Watt, and I found what you guys wrote. I thought that, well, I'm going. As Iceman and Bodfish would say, chicks, man. Chicks. All right. Helena, I love your style. Finish a thought, then back to chat. I try to. Yeah, I'm trying to get there, but it's hard. Miss Forwatten, for Allie, we miss you so much. So glad you're home. No vacations for you for 6 months. Please don't go. You made me go back to read something nice. First of all, that's $5 for Allie. Bad idea. Secondly, you make me read out loud nice things towards. It's all contradictory stuff. You know that's not the way I really feel. You know, the universe operates over here, and then you girls got just this thing over here that you think is the truth. The good news is that from Tango and Cash, we've learned what to say to you women. All right? You've got your version. I got the truth. All right. Did I accomplish what I said? Did you yell at me again? God damn it. All right, scrolling back down. Going back down to the bottom. And did I miss anybody here? And no, I think I got it covered. Okay, so yeah. Back to where I was. Yohoshin says bumper jacks. I have actually seen bumper jacks, like 6 of them at a yard sale, and I sat there for half an hour just watching people not know what they were. People in their 30s going, what is this? What are these things? Just junk metal? And guys, no, these are bumper jacks. Bumper jacks? Yeah, because bumpers actually had a little slot cut in for the bumper. You could use it. It's a true story. I was there. I saw them. True B. Can we get you on Salty Cracker? Just an asking before I unleash a salty army on request. Love you, man. Bud Light. Is that a joke that I'm missing? I didn't know what that was. It probably could have been. Helena, $4.99 now. Now she's laughing at me. She wasn't laughing before. Now she's laughing at me. But Trubins, you got me on that one, man. I'm lost. You have to explain that a little better. Tina Plexico from Mexico buys her gasoline at Texaco. I rode the hell out of a 3 on the tree. I'm assuming that's a vehicle and not another porn flick name that ends up in the woodshed. Oh my God. And Mrs. Fort Watt and Harem Unite. Don't start rallying the troops. I don't have the energy to put up with a lot of you women. Okay. I can, 1 or 2 is fine, but come on. Oh, what am I missing? Eric Lockwood, don't let the goat die. Feed the goat fund. We haven't got the goat yet. We're going to. All right. Trying to read something here. Joseph Dupont, 1031 Philadelphia. Hey, Joseph, glad you're still hanging out. Everything's good there. Yeah. Uncle Nene, he is correct. Please hit the like and subscribe and the bell on the stuff, because I keep forgetting to whore myself out in that fashion. You know what? Hey, speaking of shit that went wrong, you need to listen, because your name is probably on the list. Frank Blee showed up. Frank Blee just put up a bunch of boobs and woodshed. Well, I guess you know where you're going, Frank. Oh, Helena says that has to be my last one. My daily super chat budget has been spent. Yes, I have a budget. Love these chats so much. Just wish there was a timer for slow mode on my phone. I love that you're just here. Helena, you're completely wonderful in your contributions, and I'm sorry that whenever you have to leave. So please stay. All right, so here's a list. Just so you know, we've talked about it almost every day. Gen X Mom has done a really good job at getting all of the purchased items out. The glasses, the shot glasses, the t-shirts, and everything. And today she finally caught up with all of the orders, and they're on the road. Now, if you're out there saying, wait a minute, I didn't get a tracking number, because that tracking numbers are generated and sent to you the moment that UPS processes them through, because it's a very wonderful thing. Lets everybody know what's going on, and you don't have to keep emailing Gen X Mom going, hey, where's my shit? All right. With that being said, we don't use Printful, we don't use Vistaprint. We do everything. All of our T-shirt stuff is done locally, and it's kind of been hit and miss on the quality. We've had some people say that the ink on the stuff wasn't soaking in quite right on the shirts. We tried to replace them, get them new ones. Genix Mom goes through each one of them herself and tries to see that they look good. And now there's stuff. We have an order we turned in at the end of March, like March 25th or so. And it's now April 26th. And they're telling us, well, some of these shirts haven't come in yet. It's bullshit. There's no fucking way that they got some things in, but not others. They got 10 pink harem shirts, but not 20. No, there's something wrong there. And so there are 15 things on here. I'm going to try to read. If I know you're okay with your name out there, I'm just going to say it. But some of these, there's the names in here that I don't know how. I don't know your screen names, what you put up there. So it's your real name. I'll just use your name and your first initial on that. But if you hear this, these are the ones. Everything's shipped except for these. And this is actually a very small amount compared to all the stuff. If we don't sell a ton of everything, but if you add up all the little things here and there, it's quite a bit. But she's done a fabulous job, especially since, she was gone for a little while, and we all know about that. All right. So marvelous Miss Miranda, if I'm saying your name or your screen name or your first name, we haven't even, the print shop hasn't even received the shirt yet, or so they say. So we're still a week or two behind. I'm sorry. If you have to have a refund because of that, let me know. But I'm just letting you know what's up here. All right. So problems with marvelous Miss Miranda, Laura Klinger, I think it is, Mary M, Susan with a C at the end, Michael A. I can't get that one on there. Donald M, Josh Maddox, say his name is in here. Bob C, Two Bear, Philip P, Greg F, Keith Crosley, he says his name. Matthew Lambert, another one. Alex Snack, and another Mary M. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Genix Mom is caught up and has mailed, packaged wonderfully, all but 15. We have no control over that right now, but I think we're making a conscious decision, and really it was the kid pushing us on this. There's another print shop in town, another good one. I think we're just going to walk over there and see what they can do for us. I'm not going to mention we're trying to get a better deal. Not going to mention we're switch stuff. Just going to go over and see if that makes things better. The other stuff that she's got out, the stuff that I buy in bulk, if I say, okay, I want to go buy a bunch of these, the glasses and stuff that I buy, I just pay for it and I get it here and then we send it out. But these individual shirt orders where we're trying to do stuff one at a time, I have to get a bulk rate on it. I have to promise them that no matter what. So like if you guys, let's say I take a t-shirt, in order to make like $4 or $5 profit on a shirt, I know it's not much, a lot of work to make $5, but I have to buy the shirt at a certain price. I can't get that price unless I promise them I'm going to buy 100 of them. So even if you guys end up on like that shirt that's out there, what's that last one? That it be a nice human or I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I had to go in there and say, okay, I want the good quality shirts, but I don't want the high price. They said, well, it's, this, if we do the high price, you don't even make a profit. We end up selling it for what we're paying for if we do it one shirt at a time. So if I go in there, actually it's probably $2, but if we go in there and I say, look, no matter what, I'll pay for 100 of them, that drops the price down. But if you guys only buy 30, I still got to buy 70 shirts of various sizes. Never know if I'm going to sell them. It's a risk, but this is all in fun. It's not like this is how anybody's trying to make a living. I'm just trying to make it to where, it's fun to participate and the kid gets a few bucks on the side. So I do apologize. Those aren't shirts that I bought in advance. That was the moral of that story, is I didn't go out and buy, a 200 of them and have them sitting here. I just promised I would, seeing what we went, and now we're short 15 orders. Now, 15 orders, out of 300 is not too bad. She's working on it. Don't be mad at her. Nobody has been screaming at her yet in emails, which is good because that's happened before. But right now, she's been contacting everybody, letting them know that it's at her mercy. I'm letting this thing go. I'm going to stop on my way to Vegas tomorrow. I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to say, look, if you don't have my shit when I get back, we got an issue. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And then I think we're still going to try the other print shop just to see if we can get a little more consistency. That's a month late. That's a month since we ordered it. So yeah, now you guys know what I know, and maybe if we all meet up in Vegas, you'll know a little more. So please be patient. She's really done a good job getting everything out, but those. Moving on. Trubin says, I had a 65 Willys with a 3 on the tree. Best vehicle I ever owned. Yep. I don't know what Salty Army is still, though. I'm not sure. I think I've missed some of that. Helena, welcome to I'm an Extra. Now, Helen, you just lectured us that you have a budget on the Super Chats, and then you joined a group of people that admittedly are a bunch of degenerates going over a cliff in an RV that's on fire and has no air conditioning. We are sitting down inside the RV drinking. That's true, but Helena, you're a grown-ass woman. You did this shit to yourself. Don't blame us. Ryan, 1999 for the Whiskey Fund. My man. Ryan, you came through in a pinch. I don't know what is that the bottom of a skateboard? I can't tell what it is, Ryan. I like to check out the stuff I can see, but I can't see that. Ricky, hold on. Ricky had some stuff in there. Ricky. And my screen really jumped. Fuck. I wanted to see what he said. He had something in there. Marvelous from Miranda tells Gen X mom, no worries. Michelle, you have to order pink one and then email the Gen X mom, tell you want black. And has that changed, Mrs. Forwatton? Is there now pink and black on the website, or is it just still pink and you gotta? I don't know. I'm asking because she's not standing over me right now. Chris, call me Shirley. Just don't call me early in the morning. I might call you late for dinner. Yeah. Let's see. Looking, going down the road here. Okay, we got that. We did good there. Yeah. You guys are salty. Salty Cracker is a YouTuber. Is that who that guy is? Because I'm probably not smart enough to know. Mike Perkins, welcome to being an extra. Mike, welcome aboard. Now, I'm sorry, as you might have heard already, you're joining a club, you're joining a fraternity of people that will be banned from the internet fairly soon. So you might have wasted your dollar there, but it might be a dollar well spent if you go over the cliff with the rest of us. Mike Perkins, welcome aboard. Corey Huntsman dropped $5 and didn't say where it went, so every unallocated dollar goes to the whiskey fund. Now, I'm going to put it towards the prom fund. You guys know. You guys already know. I'm going to do it. Have to do it. Allie put up a link. Sorry, I didn't see that. I didn't know there was a link for that, Allie. There's a link to be able to join. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, now you know. Josh Maddox says, Gen X mom, take your time and no rush. Thank you, Josh. That she really does lose sleep over that. When she's not taking care of her end of things, she really feels bad, even when it's not in her control. It's an issue. So just thank you for that. What about Bob? Supply is a global problem for all sorts of things at the moment. Yeah, but they've gotten. It's not with this. This is dumb stuff that they've gotten a bunch in. I don't think they fucked up the order. In fact, I know part of it is because when I came in there and said this order's like 3 weeks old, they went, holy shit, what order? Then they started panicking, trying to catch up. Yeah, I got that on good authority. So that don't blindly run to their defense too quick. Corey Huntsman, Whiskey Funds, no questions. Right, my man. No questions. That's the way to go. Now, Corey needs to sit with me in Vegas again. No questions. Right? Just whose car we taking. That's it. Don Swanson, welcome to I'm an Extra. Now, Don, thank you. But when you run to the back of the train, get in the caboose. That way you're on the tracks for as long as humanly possible. Everybody up at the front's going over the rails first. You're going to get an extra 4 seconds of life, man. That should count for something. That's worth $1, isn't it? 4 seconds of life for $1. Oh, there's so much wrong with me, and I can't get it out. All right, so where are we here? We're an hour and a half in. Am I missing anybody else? Everybody's talking about there. No slow-mo is worth it. I'm back. Chris Manley. Trubin is, we will make the connection. Petitioning Salty now. Okay, make what connection? Who's Salty? Am I still blind to what's going on there? Is somebody just gonna have to call me and straighten me out? I think there's something interesting there, but I don't know what I'm missing. And I feel like I'm missing something. No, more than usual. No, I walk through life knowing that I'm fucked up and missing something all day long. I've come to terms with that. I'm at peace with that. It's the little stuff that I don't know what's going on that festers in here. And I think there's something here with Trubinese, I think. All right, somebody help me out. Eric Lockwich, welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation. Hey, Eric, as I was just explaining to your compadre Don over there, Don Swanson, Eric, you bought a ticket at the front of the train. You're going over with the rest of us. You're going to feel like you're all pissed off going, I just got here and you guys fucked this all up and now we're all kicked out. Yes, that's kind of what's happening. So, oh my God. Nostra Rex, since you have harem shirt, does Gen X Mom get a Cabana Boy shirt? Now you guys started that yesterday about Allie. I don't think anybody even told Allie that. Now I'll be in trouble. Allie will call me and go, why didn't you tell me that shit? I don't know, because I fucking forgot. But should there be Cabana Boy shirts like in blue for Allie or for Gen X Mom or for both? Or how could we tie that in and have a sexual reference to it that would be funny for Allie and Gen X Mom and men, boys who wanted a shirt? It'd be a Cabana Boy shirt, or what would it say? Like I'm throwing stuff out there because I'm fucked up. Would it be like I had a three-way and it had Gen X Mom and Allie and me, or I was part of the trifecta? I was part. There's got to be something you can tie that in so that ties in, Allie and Mom. So there's not two sets of Cabana Boy shirt, just one says I was part of a. I don't know. I'm a follower of the threesome, the three that have your name, and then I don't know. I'm lost. If somebody figured out the cool shit. I don't know. I think that would be it. But what do I know? Oh, don't. Am I on the right track, or is everyone going to just kick me in my nutsack over that one? Eric says I need water. I need to lie down. I'll do both, man. Just hold your phone over your head. Evening General, thank you very much. That was Michael Casper. Rock, I don't know. I fucking forgot. You guys are all drinking too. You can't remember what anything was on. Okay, so yeah, Helen, I know we can do one in the front or the back. What I'm asking is that I don't I'm McDreamy. Oh yeah, that's funny, Michelle. Thank you for that. That wasn't, he's going to be there on this weekend in Vegas, and yeah, he will. Some are riding inside the train. Others are riding on top of the train. No shit, James. I mean, there's some fucked up people around here, and I can see it happening. All right. So, Alderson, and I responded to your email and replied. So, get 2 meals and get busy, I guess. Don't. Ashley Beth Crawford said, nope, too many men. All right. Well, I don't know. I was throwing out ideas. If you guys want to submit it. Just email it to somebody about what you're thinking we're doing, and we'll figure out something. God, my mustache is just killing me tonight. That's what I get for trying to compete with Sam Elliott. Frankly, I was on the phone with my family, so I missed the smoke at No-Go. Cabana Boy, this is Joe Haney. Cabana Boys for life, serving Mom and Allie. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're on the right track. Cabana Boys for life. Yeah, I think that's the right way to go. And then we got to tie in the names. Joe's on the right path there. A little bit. I'm liking that one. All right. So Chris says I was used and abused by the Gen X harem. Oh, yeah. Now you can see the girls are going to be like, yeah, look at Ms. Verwanda, you wish. I dreamt I was a Cabana Boy for the Gen X harem. Oh, man. All right. Look. All right. Listen. So here's what we're going to do. Allie drank the whiskey fun. Gen X Mom approves. Please buy me whiskey. Okay, listen. We've been an hour and a half. I'm not really running out of steam just yet, but I can feel it coming on. So I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. You guys know that we're leaving for Vegas. We got to go for a few days out there. Raimundo is putting on that wonderful dinner for us. I'm going to have the best grilled cheese of my life. I can feel it coming. We're not even dressing up. It's kind of a little bit more, and not a t-shirt, of course, but a little bit nicer. Raimundo is making us all feel very loved and very warm and very welcome. He hasn't been in here for a long time. You haven't seen Raimundo Cortez's name, and he's super busy, which is great. You want a lot of activity. You want people turning and burning wherever they are in the country. and that's really good. So I got a few things I got to tie up tonight. I got a really busy morning. You heard I'm going to stop by the print shop. I kind of think that Gen Z Kid is really going to be on fire for doing some quick live streams and updates and stuff. So we'll get some of that going. I guarantee that we're bringing the laptop and microphone. We'll do some stuff from even if it's in the hotel room. We'll spend some time telling you what's going on and who's around. We're trying to do the little phone on the stand at the table when the meet and greet, so we can just keep turning around and see who's there. We'll take a bunch of pictures. We'll introduce you guys if anybody who gives us permission, we'll introduce you guys. A lot of the stuff will be on the members only page for here. We'll put it up on the community thread for the members or on Patreon. Patreon's going to have some cool. Patreon's got some stuff right now, 3 or 4 or 5 things that aren't even over here in the members on Patreon. It's $1 just if you're over there. So there's some cool stuff that's going to happen. We will keep you informed. We'll keep you updated. It's not like we're going to go dark for 4 days and all of you are going to be wondering what's happening. No. We'll do this. We'll keep you as involved as we can. I promise. I'm going to bring some t-shirts and give away some stuff. If we got any stickers left and things, we'll throw those out too. But I just want to meet everybody. So we will let you know as we go. We'll give you some sort of an update. Even if I got to stop at a gas station and a bus stop and sit on the side of the road and be on here for 20 minutes and let you guys know what's going on. It'll be creative and it'll be fun. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Just by being here, it means a whole bunch. Thank you, especially for the kids' goat fund. Mrs. Fort Watton, she rallied the troops and sent me back 600 and some change. Great. Got to remember to thank her for that. We'll figure some stuff out as we go. Like I said, I really keep this idea. I know it's illegal probably. I wish we could all put in like $1 and we can go put it on red on the roulette or put it on a number or something that we all pick and just see what happens. There's going to be a bunch of us there watching, so it'd be kind of cool. I don't know if we can work that out or not. I'll figure that out when I get there, but I got to go. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for putting up with me. And I promise that over the next 4 or 5 days, we'll do some heavy drinking and we'll get some answers. And I promise, as much as I possibly can, I will make sure you guys feel like you're there. I promise you, as much as I possibly can, I will make you guys feel, even if I'm picking a spot and I go live for 20 minutes and I have to get off there, it'll still play. You guys can catch up and go, okay, I got that 20 minutes. You'll feel like you were there. We'll point some stuff out. So I don't know if that's a dumb idea or a good idea, but I'm excited to try it. I want you guys to feel like we're doing this right now. I want you to feel like you're there. I really do. All right. So enough of me rambling. Thank you. I will hang out here for a little bit more. I will read all the goodbyes and I'll read some stuff in here until it shuts us off. And as usual, from everyone here at Gen X Talks, we will catch all of you on the flip side.